All right, it is 6:30. We're going to go ahead and start with the 101. If you're in the front, want to join us, make your way back. Highly suggest coming back if it's your first time here. I appreciate the heckles. All right, we're going to get some shit out of the way. Oh, yeah, okay, got that. Okay, we are officially rated R, which means that you can swear. Yeah, that's it. But if you are doing R-rated stuff, just make sure you follow our code of conduct, which more or less says make everyone feel welcome. If you make someone feel unwelcome, you're going to be unwelcome. Our official code of conduct that explains that in way more detail is available there. I suggest that you read it. You are accountable and will be held to it. These are our board members. I'm the only one that's here tonight, so if you have any problems, questions, anything that you want to talk to a board member about, that's me. Fuck yeah. We're flying through this tonight. Okay, so agenda. We've got Tom here. Who here has never seen Tom speak? Okay, cool. So Tom's a pretty well-known speaker. He's spoken both at B-Sides Las Vegas and at DEF CON. He was actually like on the main stage speaker at DEF CON. Really excited to have him here. And Jacob, so he'll be talking about whatever the fuck he wants to talk about, really. And then Jacob will be following him up, where he'll be talking about video game exploitation. After that time, once all the speakers are done, you don't have to leave, but eventually you will. We'll kick you out. Don't worry about it. Okay, so where you're at Foundry. We are where the big star is. There's a whole bunch of alcohol-making equipment that I really enjoy when it's operational. And so please don't fuck with it. As simple as that. If you fuck with it, I'm going to ask you to leave. The bars up front, make sure that you tip them and treat them well. So there's that. There's some bathrooms that are in the front right across from the sponsors. And if you really need to, there's some other ones behind the plant that will be in your way. There's pizza. I think we're starting to run out, but there's a limited supply left. You are here in this room, which means that a presentation will be going on. Someone besides me that's a way better presenter than me will be up here, and I want you to show them respect. And you do that by not fucking talking in the back. If you talk in the back, I'm going to ask you to leave. Simple as that. Okay, cool. So when I do that, though, I won't challenge you as a person. I'll challenge the idea of you talking in general, not necessarily the specific topics. And that's the way I'm going to embody this thing that we stole straight from SecKC about challenging people. Well, I was challenging ideas and not people. Cool. We have volunteers. This shit wouldn't happen without our volunteers, so please give them a round of applause. Yeah, so awesome. These people help us all the time. Huh? Oh, speaking of our AV volunteers, thank you for the reminder. If anyone has experience with Framework laptop and docks, please come see the AV people. They have questions. Bar staff. Our bar staff is super cool. They're incredibly tolerant of belligerent people, but they are required by law to cut you off if you are drinking too much. We support them 100%. In fact, we've asked them to actively cut people off when they've had too much. So don't cause a problem. There won't be no problem. And at the very bottom, be sure to tip. There are often lines. Please be patient. There's 2 of them. These cocktails are hand-mixed. They take a while. It's not like, it's not all pre-made, right? So please be nice. Uber vouchers. Let's say you get drunk tonight. It might happen, okay? We'll get to who's paying for the drinks in a little bit. But if you get drunk, don't drive your goddamn car home. We will pay for an Uber to get your ass home, and we'll pay for the Uber to get your ass back and pick up your car tomorrow. Cool? SecDSM.org/Uber will take you right to the voucher that you can redeem. All right, who's paying for what? So this is our transparency report. Orca is our sponsor, and they're paying for the drinks. So if you go to them, thank you. If you go to them, they'll give you a drink ticket. You take that up to the bar, and they'll take care of that. We continue to pay for the space and the food. Casey's. Yeah, that's it. We got that. We also have Open Collective, where you can see our transactions. We can accept donations. There's Open Collective. Big shout out to our major sponsors. So if you sponsor and you buy bottles of booze, that helps us pay our rent. In fact, it's like a deal that we have with our venue where we refer customers to them, and they give us this venue. It's worked out really well for us. We don't want to lose that deal, and we don't lose that deal. I should say, we don't want to ever pay rent. And so we do that by continuing to have sponsors that buy them. So if you know of anyone that wants to be a sponsor, please tell them to sponsor and buy some booze. I think Orca's got some bottles back there. Their labels are really cool, and they're going to give some of those away tonight. Whew, how am I doing on time? I'm going to drink. Okay, ways that you can help. Be a speaker. Our number one problem that we have is finding speakers. And I'll tell you what, I am not a good public speaker, evidence as provided. And I assure you that you know something that nobody else in this room does. And what we would encourage you to do is share with the community. That's how this happens. That's like the educational element of our nonprofit organization is by sharing information. So please, don't be afraid to share. I don't care if you've never spoke before. We have short little 5-minute talks, tool talks, show something cool that you learned that week. We encourage all of that. 100%, please submit. You can create a CTF. So we had a mini CTF today. I think we'll get to that a little bit. Has anyone solved it, by the way?
Trevor just solved it.
Oh, go figure. Okay, good job, Trevor. So you can create a mini CTF. This is something that we also do every month. And we depend on the community to create them because I'll tell you what, there was like a handful of people that were creating them for like 4 years. You just kind of run out of ideas after a while. And so we need some fresh blood in that. You can volunteer, you can share valuable ideas, and of course, I'll take your money straight up if you want to do that. You know, this is not free, right? We pay for the pizzas. There's a lot of infrastructure that needs to be maintained. And so financial donations for an actual nonprofit, so they are tax deductible, are very welcome. You can make those at opencollective.com/SecDSM. Okay, mini CTF. So there was a mini CTF. Who played the mini CTF today? 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. 4. Yeah, the person that won almost did raise his hand. Okay, so that's cool. Mini CTFs are a great way to learn. That's if you are like curious by nature and you learn by doing, this is a great way to do that. Generally speaking, these are designed to be solved in about 3 to 4 hours. Sometimes they go, 48, 72 hours. It happens. They are released every month when we have someone that makes one around noon, and the details are in the CTF channel on Discord. Okay, other things. So SecDSM exists way more than just as a monthly meeting. We go to a lot of HackerCons as well. And so we actually have Wild West Hacking Fest Mile High, which is in Denver, is happening right now. So clearly you're not there if you're here. Maybe you're watching from there. Who knows? I apologize in that case. But we also have other conferences that generally someone is going to. And so this is an opportunity for you to get together, cost share, carpool. That's the word I'm looking for. Carpool. You can share rooms, whatever you want. Generally, there's someone at one of these going. And really cool to see B-Sides Des Moines on there on June 7th. If you're here, thank you. If you're here, you should be there. Okay, Discord. Deadass, if you're not on our Discord, why don't you? What you doing? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm hip. I'm good with that stuff. It's Gucci. Don't sleep on it. Yeah, I did. Who wrote this shit? Yeah, ChatGPT, make it sound like my 12-year-old son. Okay, anyway, so Discord, we're there. If you're not there, what you doing? Okay, news. I'm done. Thanks, guys.
Let's give it up for Brandon bringing the heat this evening and not being blackout drunk like he used to have to be to talk to people. Ask him about those stories. You can come watch the video I have on my phone. All right, threat intel news for the month. Ransomware report came out from Chain Analysis. There's been a decrease in ransomware for the year, which is a great thing to celebrate, which is why I put it first in the news this month. The decline is suggesting companies are getting better, A, one, and B, they're opting not to pay completely. So that's making a huge difference, weakening the financial incentive. And from a triage perspective, what you should do about it, make sure you've got a good security program, make sure you have an incident response plan, make sure that incident response plan isn't just copying the addendum B out of NIST 853, and actually have contacts with people and get a hold of people like your CEO and make sure you don't just have their desk phone, because we all know DFIR happens at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday, or with CrowdStrike 2:30 a.m. on a Friday. And then law enforcement's continuing to hammer on this. We did see a big uptick. If you haven't been paying attention, 2024 is a great year for law enforcement sanctions, OFAC, and the FBI to hit ransomware. Next up, we had the Five Eyes group. They're cybersecurity agencies, so essentially FBI, the NSA, the group, GCI, what is the one in England? I'm totally drawing a blank. GCHQ, there we go. And the other countries, the Western countries, got together. They're called the Five Eyes. Essentially, they put out a report about network devices. It's not like we all don't know network. I mean, everyone in here in this room knows network devices are edge devices, and they get attacked like routers and firewalls. But this report came out, so it'd be a good way to argue for more budget if you're looking at budget problems, or you don't have network defense, you don't have a good SIM, you don't have that type of thing. So manufacturers are being recommended to adopt these, and then of course all of us have to protect them at the orgs we work at. And then DeepSeek, unless you've been under a rock, you've heard of DeepSeek. It's the open source LLM that's coming out of China. Everyone's freaking out about it. OpenAI decided to scrape the entire internet and then throw a bitch fit because DeepSeek stole their data, all their proprietary data they stole from the internet, and threw a fit, so that stuff's been entertaining. But the funny part being it's open source software. There was already some concerns from a security perspective. There's researchers out there, the security research team at Wiz discovered that they actually had their databases exposed on the DeepSeek that was being hosted. You can host this yourself. You can drop it down a laptop or a server, but the hosted one that was out there was exposed, and Wiz dropped that out there. So we've already got the concerns for data transfer from the US to China. Anything you put in an LLM, hopefully you have a policy. If you don't have a policy at work, there's 500 people in your office dumping stuff into ChatGPT, and they're getting use out of it. And then user prompts are included in this database hack, which is a just privacy nightmare, right? The prompts that people are giving to the LLM to get results back. And then cyber criminals actually pose, this is a hilarious story, you should go read this on Bleeping Computer. A cyber criminal group actually took advantage of a company and used their robocall system to actually claim they were FCC's fraud prevention team. The FCC doesn't officially have a fraud prevention team, and robocalled a whole bunch of people and reported it, and it finally got reported to the FCC. So remember social engineering awareness training. Make sure you've got identity processing, make sure you've got MFA on your systems, that type of thing. And then all staff, and you should make these recommendations that they're sourcing communications and keeping an eye on your VoIP systems. And then general hits. If you didn't hear, Trump decided to free Ross Ulbricht, aka Dread Pirate Roberts, from the Silk Road thing. Apparently the FBI did take most of his Bitcoin, and the 2 FBI guys that got arrested for stealing a couple million of it. If you haven't read Traces in the Dark, you should, because it's quite entertaining. What was that? Yes, American Kingpin. Good call, Brandon. And then a hacker out there targeted script kiddies and changed some malware around so it infected their systems and destroyed their systems and stole data. So that was hilarious. There was a CIA analyst who was dropping a whole bunch of top secret data out and taking it home and trying to change it and cover it up, and then dropped it on on Telegram and other social media. He got busted, and he's in deep crap. And then the follow-up to all this North Korea bullshit is that the apparent use is that all these workers that are getting hired in the US and in Europe and other places for high wages are sending up to almost 90% of their wages back, which is paying for weapons of mass destruction and ballistic missile programs in North Korea. So try not to hire a North Korean guy. Or, to Brandon's point, check out our Discord. I can't remember who posted it from a couple days ago, but a dude doing an interview and using AI to fake his face and then getting kicked out of the interview because he was obviously scamming around. So. It was just, the interview is great if you watch it because the interviewer, he blanks out the voice of the other guy interviewing, but he's like, hey, can you put your hand in front of your face? And the guy acts like he doesn't hear him for like 20 seconds and then holds his hand up. He's like, no, put it in front of your face. Nope, he refuses to. All right, that's the news. You've been pwned for Privateer Wire News, and then we also like to do a jobs sharing opportunity. So if you are new and haven't been here before, the way this works, come up here, take the mic, let us know who you are, where you work, and what you're looking for, and what the requirements are. So if it's a senior position, entry-level position, that kind of thing. So anybody coming up today? Maybe this guy? You going first?
Microsoft wants more feedback on their apps. Sorry. So my name is Derek. I work at Mid-American Energy Company as a threat hunter in their security operations center. And today I'm got 2 positions. Thank you. I'll pay you later. One is at the director level. That is the, let me pull up the official title. Manager of IT Enterprise Services and Management. I won't read you the job requirements. You can come and talk to me afterwards. They also have a IT Enterprise Technician levels 1 and 2 opening. Those will be open for the next couple of weeks. Again, if you have any questions, just come up and see me.
Thanks. Next.
Hey everyone, my name is John Notch. I'm the Director of Security Architecture at Salmon's Financial Group. And I have an opening on my team for a cloud data security architect. Pretty much looking for a lot of AWS and Azure expertise, as well as looking at kind of what next generation data cloud providers like Snowflake, Databricks, hang on a sec, I got it, Confluent, Azure Data Lake, Microsoft Fabric. So really looking at not only a cloud security architect, but somebody who is a data cloud security architect. So if you have any questions, the link is posted in Discord, but I'll be around all night. Thanks.
Hey everyone, my name is Casey Howard. I work at Athene as a security operations analyst. We have a opening on our security access management team. It's a level 2, so that's like a step above entry level, about 3 years experience within security access management, identity, the standard AD type experience is what we're looking for. A lot of some scripting experience if you can. If you have any questions, I'll be back in the talking area right after this. Thanks.
I guess on a related note, I am the president of the Hacking and Cybersecurity Club at Iowa State University. We're looking for speakers, so if you want to pad out your resume, if you've got other cool ideas, and if you want to test it before coming here and talking, I would highly recommend. It's Tuesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. Just hit me up on Discord. I posted something in the Content Events channel. You can find my username there. So if anyone's interested, let me know.
What's your name and where are you from?
James Joseph, Iowa State University.
Started to sound like the Key and Peele skit.
So James Joseph. So I don't often talk about this, but a lot of you actually apply for the principal jobs and then get them. James Joseph is one of them. He's freaking awesome. He worked on my team for a while. Highly recommend. Anybody on the internet, highly recommend James Joseph. Get him on your team. He's also working the CDC, and we have a lot of who's who of CDC people coming to the CDC and know about the CDC. So if you're not aware of the CDC, or if you're not already volunteering at the CDC, you are not a who's who.
Yeah,
Talk
okay.
about it. James Joseph.
I will push on the CDC.
James Joseph, everybody. You got to talk right into it.
Yeah.
Get up there.
So this is now going to be my 11th CDC, I want to say. This is the international CDC, so we're going to be competing against people from Kosovo even. It's called the Cyber Defense Competition. I'm going to be on the blue team, so we were given a bunch of machines, and we have to try and figure out a way to defend them, and they are hyper vulnerable to everything you can possibly think of. And then anyone who is a professional red teamer can come and hang out on Saturday and try to attack our machines. We're going to try our best to defend you, but we're going to have to look through intrusion logs and prevent the vulnerabilities, use some active response, and it's very similar to a professional environment. It's great experience for both red team and blue team. And if there's any middle school or high schoolers out there who aren't quite sure about joining as well, you can do green team, where you can be an actual user looking at the environment and participating. I can post a link to the Ice Age Discord for anyone interested in signing up. You can hit up Ice Age staff. That is a great way to get started. It is one of my favorite things to do on campus at Iowa State. It's a great experience. And so many people here that are at the top of the line in Des Moines have all been involved in the CDC.
James Joseph, everybody. Mike, can you make your way up here? So, you might not know this, but I am also in the military. And there's a lot of military people that come here because SecDSM is one of the greatest places to learn about new cybersecurity trends, and Cyber 101 is absolutely invaluable, and we use that all the time at our companies that we go back to. And if you don't notice, if you haven't talked to anybody at SecDSM, they are kind of the who's who of cybersecurity in Iowa, not Des Moines, in Iowa, and across the nation because we have lots of remote workers. So James Joseph came and worked for me. He built out a whole bunch of security stuff at Principal. It's still running today. I don't know if you knew that.
All right, good.
It's still running today, and it's very successful and makes a significant improvement and change on infrastructure. I just want to call out Orca Security. I have their Orca, and they're great, and it's very comfortable. Principal also has some hiring opportunities. Please reach out. A lot of the junior positions were all taken before I got back here this month to talk about it. But this year, we have a significant event, and if you want to have people know who you are, please volunteer for them. Mike, come on up here. Come on. So Central Campus is providing a lot of the student time, to help us out with some of the B-sides, Des Moines hack events and stuff like that, as well as ISU CDC, including former two-star General Orr is on the board with Dr. Jacobson and helps out with that. All of the stuff we're doing with Homeland Defense for how your water is protected and how your critical infrastructure is protected is with the partnerships of Central Campus and ISU and Principal, and the time you donate, and the National Guard. Very significant presence on how your elections are secured and how your critical infrastructure is ensured. So lots of presence out there. If you are looking for getting experience with that, please come and join Central Campus, whether it's a volunteer event for teaching or Iowa State CDC, like James Joseph talked about. And if you're looking for a job, please reach out to me because we get jobs through this venue. Any comments?
Good. No?
This is who they are. So if you don't know who they are, come and talk to them. Volunteer for Central Campus, volunteer for ISU CDC. Thank you.
Oh yeah, that'll be a fun one.
There's a lot of teams.
Oh yeah.
And if you're wondering if you could speak, we'll thank Micah Green again for his impromptu tool talk. So if he can come do that, fueled by bourbon, you guys can come up here and talk about shit. Come on. All right, that's the 101. You listen to me about the news, and then Tom's going first, right? Yeah, we do not have speakers next month, so please, again, whether it's fueled by alcohol or entertainment or just knowledge, please come up and give a talk. We'd love to have you. Love to hear what you're working on, and there's tons of people that will help prepare talks if you're a little concerned about that or you've never done it before. All right. Yes, that's a good call. I almost forgot. If you're brand new, anybody new, first time? All right. If you're first time, welcome to the party. There are stickers up here. If you've been here before, you can have one if you don't have 400 of them already. But please, if you're new, come grab a sticker, slap it on your work laptop, and that way your team says, what the hell is that? And you can tell them to come and hang out and have free drinks and have fun. No, I'm not bringing you one. Yep, 5 minutes, and then Tom will be speaking. Go grab a drink. Thanks, everyone.